Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a rematch that has got the entire Ulster GAA community buzzing. The Senior Club Football Championship semi-final between Scotstown and Newbridge. If you remember last week, it was a washout. The game was abandoned at halftime due to a dangerously waterlogged pitch at Healy Park. It was a dramatic scene. The referee, Joe McQuillan, came out, bounced the ball, and it just skidded away with no bounce back. A real you had to see it to believe it moment. At that point, Scotstown were sitting pretty. They were leading by 4 points, thanks to a fantastic early goal from Matty Maguire. The Monaghan champs looked sharp, confident, and completely in control. On the other side of the field, Newbridge, the Dairy champions, just couldn't seem to find their rhythm. They looked a bit lost under the Oma lights, and frankly, the halftime whistle and subsequent postponement probably felt like a lifeline. It was a get-out-of-jail-free card for them, a chance to completely reset. For Scotstown, though, it was pure frustration. Imagine being in the driving seat, dominating the game, and then having to just walk away and start all over again from square one. Their protests fell on deaf ears, and the decision was made. Safety first, of course, but you have to feel for them. All that momentum gone in an instant. It sets up an incredibly intriguing second attempt. So, here we go again. Take two. This time, the action moves to the athletic grounds in Armagh. Now, the Pits just hosted the Ulster Senior Hurling Final yesterday. And with more rain in the forecast for the Cathedral City, everyone's holding their breath and hoping the surface holds up. The last thing anyone wants is another weather-related drama. The groundskeepers will have been working overtime to ensure we get a full 60 minutes of football. This rematch presents a fascinating psychological battle. Will Scotstown be able to replicate their first-half dominance? Can they mentally get back to that place of control and execute their game plan just as effectively? Or will the frustration of last week's abandonment linger and affect their performance? They've already shown they can get the better of Newbridge, but doing it twice is a whole different challenge. They need to prove that their first-half lead was under fluke, but a true reflection of their superiority. And what about Newbridge? This is their golden opportunity for redemption. They have a rare second chance to make a first impression. They got a free look at Scotstown's strategy, and now have a week's worth of game tape to analyze what went wrong and how to counter it. They need to come out with a completely different energy and intensity. The question is, can they make the necessary adjustments to turn the tables? Will they be able to disrupt Scotstown's flow and impose their own style on the game this time around? They have to believe this is their destiny. A second chance they can't afford to waste. The stakes couldn't be higher. The winner of this highly anticipated clash earns a coveted spot in the Ulster final. And who's waiting for them? None other than the formidable The Magpies are already through after a solid victory over Earn Gales in their Kilcoo are a powerhouse. And the prospect of facing them in the final adds another layer of pressure and motivation for both Scotstown and Newbridge. This isn't just about winning us, it's about earning the right to challenge for the ultimate prize in Ulster club football. So, who's it going to be? Will Scotstown make their early dominance count and finally book their place in the final? Or will Newbridge seize their second chance and pull off a stunning comeback story? It's a classic GAA narrative of resilience, strategy, and sheer determination. I can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Let me know your predictions in the comments below. Who are you backing to go through and face Kilcoo? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more GA content. We'll be back with a full post-match analysis. See you then.